Welcome to the Non-Negotiable Living podcast, where we're building lives by design by creating non-negotiable habits around fitness, family, faith, and financial freedom.
Hey friends, welcome back to Non-Negotiable Living, the podcast where we keep it real, cut through the BS, and talk about what's actually keeping women from feeling and functioning their best. And today we are talking about sugar cravings. It's that late afternoon, I need chocolate moment, or that post-dinner, where's the ice cream search party in the kitchen. That cycle of eat good all day, crave sugar, cave, guilt, repeat. And I'm here to tell you that it's not about willpower, it's not that you're broken, and it's not that you need to detox or go keto and cut out all carbs. In fact, the reason you're craving sugar might be because you're not eating enough. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Let's break it down, ladies. So sugar cravings do not equal weakness. It is literally biology. So here's what I hear from women all the time. Ashley, I can eat clean all day, but by 3 p.m. I am dying for something sweet. Or after dinner, I just need something sugary. I can't help it. Or I feel like I am addicted to sugar. And listen, I've been there. I get it. But what if I told you that your sugar cravings are your body's way of trying to get your attention? It's not a character flaw. It's a fuel issue. Because 9 times out of 10, sugar cravings are a symptom of undereating, underfueling with carbs, low blood sugar, inconsistent meal times, or even sleep deprivation and stress, which we will talk about too. Let's start with the big one, fuel. Carbs are fuel. They are not the enemy. Your body runs on glucose. That's carbohydrates broken down into blood sugar. This is your body's preferred energy source. Your brain runs off of it. So when you go too long without eating or you restrict carbs, your body starts screaming for a quick energy hit. And what's the quickest hit? Sugar. Simple sugars digest fast and they hit your bloodstream like lightning. So your brain, your muscles, your nervous system are like, gimme sugar now, anytime they feel like they are lagging. This is not a craving because you're undisciplined. It's a craving because you're underfueled. So let's talk about what happens when you undereat. We're going to dig into the science behind it. When you undereat, especially under 1,500 calories a day, which so many women do, your body shifts into survival mode. Your blood sugar drops, your energy tanks, your cortisol rises to keep you alert. Your body starts craving glucose to bring it back to a baseline. It's like your body's internal alarm system saying, we're not okay, give me sugar now. This is why diets that restrict calories and carbs cause you to white knuckle your way through cravings until you break. And then what happens when you do? You eat all the sugar. And then you throw the entire week away, and then you quit your diet altogether, and it's a vicious cycle that never ends. But it happens because your body is trying to fix what you ignored all day. So how do we know if we're underfueling? If you're wondering whether this is you, here are some signs that you might be undereating or not eating enough carbs specifically. So if you have sugar cravings late at night or late in the day, that could be a sign. Low energy during your workouts, feeling that fatigue while you're working out could be a big sign. If you have trouble falling asleep or you're waking up between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning, that could definitely be a sign as well. If your hands and feet are constantly cold, if you struggle with brain fog or irritability often, and if you're bloated constantly. Yes, undereating can actually slow your digestion and cause a lot of bloating. If your meals are mostly protein and veggies with no starchy carbs or fiber, you're likely not giving your body what it needs to function optimally. And I know what you're thinking. Ashley, I have been trying to go keto, I've been cutting carbs, I've been told carbs are the devil all my life. How am I supposed to start eating more carbs? Well, the problem is when we start trying to prioritize protein, eating healthy fats, oftentimes by default, we just end up eating less carbs, which leads us to the cycle of undereating by default because you've been dieting for so long. But let's talk about how that stresses our body and increases our cortisol. When your stress hormone cortisol is high, your body needs more fuel. So if you're skipping breakfast, living on coffee, and running on empty, your body reaches for sugar. And here's what's wild. The more stressed you are, the more your body craves quick energy sources like simple sugars. So if you're dealing with high cortisol, inconsistent blood sugar levels, poor sleep, your cravings aren't just bad behavior, they are literally biological compensation for the fact that you're underfueling. So we have to fix the fuel to fix the cravings. So let's talk about what actually helps. First off, eating balanced meals. We need to aim for a protein, a carb, and fiber at every meal. We have to stop skipping breakfast, ladies. I know that everyone thinks intermittent fasting is the key to their weight loss, but it is not. It is key to higher cortisol in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. So we need to stop skipping breakfast. We need to fuel early to bring our cortisol down and stabilize our blood sugar levels. We need to eat every 3 to 4 hours to keep our energy high and our glucose stable. And we need to prioritize complex carbs like oats, potatoes, rice, beans, fruit, etc. Also, we need to have some flexibility. A little sugar is not going to kill your progress. If it fits our macros, we can eat it. We need to make sure that we are giving ourselves the freedom to have some chocolate, to have some pancakes, to have some rice, some bread, and all of those things, because it is fuel for our body. There's nothing wrong with those foods. Because when your body gets the fuel it needs, your cravings calm down, your blood sugar levels out, and you stop feeling like a failure every time you walk past the pantry. And here's some real talk from me. I used to cut carbs all the time. I thought that that was the key to being lean, being fit, being disciplined. But I was exhausted. I had cravings all the time. My workouts suffered. I wasn't building the muscle I worked so hard for. And when I finally leaned into fueling my body and not punishing it, everything changed. I recovered faster. I got stronger. I felt stable. Not like a hangry zombie at 4 p.m. So ladies, this is what I teach in my programs. How to eat in a way that supports your goals, your hormones, your mental clarity, and your energy. We don't cut carbs, we don't demonize food, we fuel wisely, we track what matters, and we learn from our bodies. Because feeling good shouldn't feel like a war with your cravings. So let's bring it all back home. If you're struggling with sugar cravings, before you blame your discipline, look at your fuel. Ask yourself, am I eating enough? Am I eating consistently? Am I getting carbs and protein at every meal? Because most of the time, you don't need to cut sugar, you need to cut the undereating. You deserve to feel strong, steady, clear, and it starts with fueling your body like it matters, because it does. So until next time, please, please, please stop making carbs out to be the devil. Start eating your carbs, fueling your body. If you find that you are undereating, start fueling earlier in the day, get more protein, get more carbs, get more fiber, and see if that starts to impact your energy levels. See if it gets rid of the fatigue, the bloating, the middle of the night wake-ups. We have the ability to rebalance so many of our hormones and lower our cortisol on our own, ladies. And if you need any help, reach out to me on Instagram so I can help guide you on this journey. Hope you're having a blessed day.